Ole. 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 They lost! England lost!
Oh.
They to the filthy fucking Croatians. Who the fuck is what is a Croatian anyway? Is that even a person?
Like, I think it's like a Serb with fewer vowels.
That sounds. Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? It's MidWeek Saints. Hello, I'm fine. And it's TeknoAXE. We have TeknoAXE with us tonight.
Hello.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know what side of me he's on.
He's right above you, right above your head.
All right.
There he is.
All right.
Yeah, so this is the guy who's been responsible for so much of the music that you've heard during the opening to the Sunday show,
including today. Yep. And it was it's been fuck we've been
Oh shit.
What?
He needs to jump into the Discord.
We'll deal with it in a minute.
Yeah, we'll deal with it later.
We'll deal with it in a little bit. We got a ways to go. But yeah, man, I like your music has added like an entire different element to the show, because most people don't understand how valuable and important having music, having something to kind of set the pace and the tone of what's about to happen. So I mean, thank you. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's no problem. Like I get a kick out of searching my name sometimes and seeing who pops up and as like using my music and everything. And I pop in to watch your show from time to time, so it's great to be on. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I thought it was funny actually, because when we were conversing back and forth on Twitter, initially you were thinking I was like looking for some kind of like hey, I need a song real quick, and like something occurred to me. I'm like, hey, new music would be good. And then I was like, no, dude, no. Actually, I was curious if you want to come on midweek. Come on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, shit. Honestly, like, no, I'd say 95% of the music that's been on my channel has actually come from you. And you actually did. I think it was for New Year's, right? You did.
Yeah.
You did that remix.
That was the end of 2016, where I put I think it was like your video where you were on the motorcycle and you were like.
Yeah, I read If by Rudyard Kipling, and you just mixed it into that really fucking banging ass techno song, the banging ass EDM song. So
that's what it's all. I gotta do that sometime again.
Listen, you're no vernaculus, yeah, but oh wait, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to let that slip, was I? Shit.
You know what's funny too?
Right.
We had to take the vernacular song off the last episode anyway, because we got copy striked by whoever owns Daft Punk's music.
Oh,
yeah.
Snap.
Yeah.
And his was bullshit. A remix.
Was it? Oh, so it mix and everything. Like the only thing I remix is like old public domain stuff or like electro swing, and that actually works. It yes.
Yeah, it does. Actually, I used
no greedy ass company is going to like that.
Well, that's because all the guys who own the greedy ass company are fucking dead now. I mean,
exactly.
But no, it's actually been. I actually used Cool Cats in my last video. It's like the outro song, in lieu of the one I've been using, switching things up and all. I gotta say though, like before the show, we were sort of joking about how if you want to make it as a musician in this day and age, you need to have like Lucky Charms hanging from your head, a bunch of face tattoos, and be like, a mumble rapper or some other like, SoundCloud shithead is just like, I'll pick one word and rhyme it throughout 16 bars, and half the time it's just but then you think, yeah, but then even
that's old school reference, by the way. That's Shannon. That's Master P back in the day. Yes. Yeah.
Which is funny because I remember hating that shit, and now like I compare it to what's going on now, and it's like, how did we get here?
Do you remember the gold tanks and everything like that, where they were driving with the gold tank and it's all blinked out and everything?
The fucking Puff Daddy era of music, yeah. Oh yeah,
fucking Nas and
Hey, don't shit talk Nas. All right.
Oh, wasn't even. No, it's just funny because like I remember he was like the Robin to P Diddy's Batman.
No, that was no. That was Mace. That was Mace. Mace was the boy wonder.
Yeah, no, that's right. Nas. No, Nas. Sorry, that was my bad. Yeah, Nas has got a fucking PhD in English lit. I mean, the guy's.
Yeah.
Or no, English comp actually. Yeah.
Oh. And, that's too complicated for rap though.
Yeah, for these days. Yeah. But it is nice though, because when you think about the fact that that mumble rap shit is like, you know, SoundCloud rappers, Lil Xan, Lil what the fuck ever they come out with. I mean, to see that happening, and then at the same time to see this like slow growth in electro swing, which I really happen to like. I can jam to shit like what is it, Caravan Palace.
Oh
Mm.
yeah,
Those,
yeah.
those guys, yeah, I could jam to that shit all day. And
You know, all the super hot Sparkle Pony hippie chicks in Eugene absolutely fucking love electro swing. They just go ape shit for it.
oh yeah,
Good.
the Wook Fire Spinners here too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely. Good to know. I'll make some more of that shit, basically.
Oh dude,
Yeah.
yeah, make more of that, and I'll toss it along to like the whole set. There's this whole set locally. They do like a weekly fire spinning event on the top of this nearby mountain.
So they want to know basically what our SoundCloud rapper names would be. Are you settled on Little Axe?
Little axe can work. Yeah, I can do that. Like curved blade, maybe, or something
Curve
like
Blade.
that.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Curved blade.
Well, what about you, Nick?
I don't know. You answer first, and I'll come up with one by the end of
I was thinking Little Blumpkin. That idea.
it.
How about Wizard of Flopsing? Or I don't know. That's probably old school.
I could go with
Yeah.
I could go with a little Sting.
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth right now.
It's an option.
No
I
Sting
walking fields
references.
of gold on the gold walking fields of gold There we go. Someone's gonna remix that, and it's gonna be like a top track on Spotify, and I'm not gonna get a dime from it.
No more fucking Sting references. I swear to God. What the fuck?
I'm little Steel Panther.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's like we're past that. Like
Way past
it-
Steel Panther references.
I'm numb to Steel Panther references now.
Yes.
Oh man.
I've
I
elevated
mean-
myself. I'm beyond that at this point.
I mean, I wish I could be a little pissed, but that's already taken by a far superior rhymesmith than myself could ever be.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys don't know, go to what is it, Sad World?
Sad World. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you
Sad
have you
World, yeah.
have you seen that, TeknoAXE?
I haven't seen that. No,
Oh.
not yet.
Sad World is a YouTube channel. It's his dad and his son, and his like maybe 13-year-old kid, and it's basically, if you have epilepsy, don't watch it, because it's this
Yeah.
schizophrenic, bizarre Tim and Eric level, like just
I'm seeing a thumbnail right now, and I'm about to have a seizure there. It's like
Yeah.
M3 thing is like all over the place. Like he's schizophrenic and everything.
it's insane. And his kid has a character called Little Piss, and it's the best fucking rapper I've ever seen in my life.
It is pretty good. He's pretty dope, isn't
Yo, Little Piss, drip, 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 drip. Too
he?
good.
Little piss, like 13-year-old Andy Milonakis knockoff, just killing it.
Andy Milonakis
Oh.
is a 13-year-old Andy Milonakis knockoff.
That's true. That's true.
Do you know how-
yeah,
He's over
That's
40.
amazing.
You know that, right? Andy Milonakis.
Milonakis, really?
Yeah. He's got. I think he has like a medical condition that makes that gives him his distinctive features and makes him look like.
It's like reverse progeria or something. Like, what is it? What would that be? Antigeria?
It's Benjamin Button disease.
Benjamin. he fell out his mother looking like the Six Flags guy. He's gonna go to the grave looking like Jean Benet.
That's pretty good.
There's a reference
That's,
that'll only hold up for another couple years. before I forget.
Oh.
Did you just get it?
No. Larry Kubiak just gave me my SoundCloud rapper name, and this is it. Docs Tentation with 3 X's.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm right. I'm fucking writing that one down. Holy shit.
That is pretty fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
It's just the kind of magic, you know. It's the kind of magic that you can only get from a
It's a kind
series of
of
scandals and a
magic.
dead SoundCloud rapper.
It's a kind of magic. Okay, sorry. I'm done. We're talking about rappers. So I don't want to talk about it, Nick. I don't want to talk about my problems. That's why I drink.
Yeah, it's well. This actually marks the first time in 6 months almost, I think, that I've actually had a bottle in the house during the show.
Mm.
I mean, it's E and J, so y'all know where I'm at. I too like acetone that's been aged in steel drums.
mm. I do though want to pick your brain later, TeknoAXE, because like you understand the other kind of platforms and shit to put out. Like, I mean, yours is obviously music, ours is like podcast style,
right.
but
Yeah.
I've just I don't know why I can't fucking wrap my head around it, but I need to figure that shit out. So
All
I'm
right.
happy for knowledge.
I'll hit you up with knowledge, whatever you need.
Absolutely.
Don't hit him up with knowledge. Drop the knowledge.
I'll drop the knowledge right here. That's it. Yeah.
That's how it lands.
Right. I'm not quite as
Stays.
cool as the rappers and everything like that, so I get my like little actions, verbs mixed up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually gonna be your SoundCloud name. I'm Lil Verb.
Little verb, yeah.
Lil Verb.
Little verb.
A
I
very
drop shit.
apparently
I mean, literally.
your camera is very drunk, Nick. It's very blurry. You gotta turn that autofocus off, man.
Dude, if I turn autofocus off, it just autofocuses incorrectly.
Technology.
I know. How does it work? Can't
Well,
answer that.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of cam is it? Is it like really like advanced?
It's a super advanced. It's a Logitech C920. These things cost like $1,500. At least that's what I paid for.
In North
Please don't
Korean
anyone
money,
correct me.
maybe. Jesus
In North
Christ.
Korea. Yeah, I paid 40,000 rubles for this camera.
Mm-hmm.
It came with a free sample of Tide.
Kim
was-
Jong-un would be proud.
Kim Jong Logitech.
And it was very delicious. It's
Nick
Tide
filming
Pod,
at
Tide
Shoe's
Pod
house.
reference.
What does that even mean? I'm from the East. I like this actually, Jeff. I'm just noticing on the phone now, like the background.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got the East Coast locked down. You're over there on the West Coast, so it's
Mhm.
all yellow and arid.
Oh yeah, shit. Well, Techno should be above
TeknoAXE.
me because
There you
you
go.
were north
'Cause
of
he's
me.
from Canada, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the only
Wow.
thing north of you that I'm aware. I'm not good at geography. I'll be honest.
I don't think Canada would like me though. I don't know.
I can see
What?
Russia from my house.
I can see Canada from my house. They're all telling me, "Don't bother trying, kid. It's not gonna happen." Yeah,
All right.
it's a running gag, but I am banned from Canada. So
Forever.
Forever.
Yep. That's actually I'm actually technically banned from more countries than I am banned from Applebee's as of last month. That's pretty good.
Which was
There
the
was-
latest? Which
there
was
was
the
an
latest?
There was an incident. There's an incident involving a blooming onion, an Orlando blooming onion.
That wasn't a blooming onion. That was the asshole of a trucker's wife.
Ooh.
That's why it didn't go so well with the ranch, huh?
Ah, Jesus Christ! I gotta tweet out my SoundCloud rapper name.
Yeah. So which story are we starting on tonight?
We're starting on Subway.
Oh yes.
Subway.
Yep.
Wait. Oh yes. This story is pure magic. This is the kind of thing like this beats my tweeting pictures of a barbecue smoker to PETA incessantly until I got banned, and then using alt accounts to do it some more.
That's
Beats
right.
that hands down. So
Does it? Does it really?
Well, yeah. A little bit. I mean, that was a high point in my life, but this is the thing. You got to measure the high water marks by how low the water is to begin with.
That's fair, I suppose. I guess that makes sense. All right, so let's take a look at our first article. Subway worker shattered vegan customers' world by explaining mayonnaise has eggs in it.
It's almost like vegans don't actually know anything about food.
It's kind of like that, actually. Yeah, it is kind of like that.
Strange thought.
A Subway restaurant worker is claiming that he educated a vegan customer about how mayonnaise is made after she ordered her sandwich with the condiment. But her response to the lesson is what confused some people. The worker, identified as Gabriel Caulfield Bulkin, said a customer walked into his store and ordered a Veggie Delight sandwich. As I went to get the bread, she asked me if I could change my gloves because she was vegan and I had been handling meat. I did that no problem, perfectly reasonable request. Caulfield said in a Facebook post. I get her bread, toast it, put all the veggies on it. I start to wrap her sandwich when she says, "Can I get some mayo?" The employee goes on to say he thought the customer was making a joke in the now viral post. I looked at her, she's looking at me, I pick up the mayo, I'm waiting for her to be like, "Haha, just kidding," he wrote, before telling woman, "You know mayonnaise has eggs in it, right?" No, it doesn't. I get mayo every time. Are you sure? I felt so horrible. She stood there with such a distraught and defeated face. I had shattered this poor girl's world.
She is the poor thing. It's like you've been not vegan this whole time and you didn't even know it all because you wanted your turkey sandwich to taste good.
I feel like they did her a favor though, because like now the pressure is off. She knows that she's not vegan, so she doesn't have to keep up the act.
You're free. You're free. Go.
Get yourself a steak, girl.
Yeah. It's like catching a straight guy who's like, "Oh man, I've been having sex with my girlfriend. Like I've gotten really good at ignoring her dick." It's like, bro, traps are gay. I hate to be the one to tell you. Like the dick is tasty. What kind of? Oh, god damn it! And shit. So yeah, I mean, like, and I'm not saying that like being vegan's akin to sucking dick as a dude, because some people just like sucking dick if they're dudes, but nobody actually likes being vegan. You can tell.
That not even vegans like vegan.
Bigger...
there's some more chain smoking vegans than not, right? Is that the rule?
Yeah.
It's an appetite suppressant because there's just not any food I can eat because everything has faced me now.
I mean, I try and be nice to vegans. I really do. There are plenty of vegans out there who are not shitty, but you never know that they're vegans because they don't rub it in your face. But then you also have people like who live like half a mile from me, and they have 4 giant fucking signs in their front yard with things like "Milk comes from raped pregnant mothers."
Pee comes from the balls, right? Yeah,
right.
That kind of shit.
Like, I do love this next line though, because I mean, before I disrupted this entire flow here. This is the thing. So the guy saying he felt so horrible, she stood there distraught, defeated, it shattered her poor girl's world. Caulfield Bulkin said he explained to her that mayo was made with eggs, and then asked her if she would like it anyway, to which she said yes. Congratulations, baby! You now graduated to the land of omnivores.
You've taken your first step. Step.
It's always the hardest.
The vegan woman then paid for her sandwich with mayo and walked out. He wrote, the fact that she still ordered the sandwich has some people online calling her a traitor and saying that she did not do her research. Fucking like, it's like Stefan Molyneux fucking jumping down her throat for this button.
You know, the guys in India, they're like so-called vegans and everything like that, but like they're not technically, because their diet is not very this is off the top of my head, but they've got a lot of like, bugs and stuff like that crawl over their stuff.
Oh,
and
shit.
So they're not really vegans. They get their like animal ingest like different ways. That's it.
Get their protein.
Oh, fuck! I would be vegan, but I can't keep all these fucking bugs out of my food.
My shit. Yeah, so.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the fact that what was it? Don't understand that once she knew mayo wasn't vegan, she still wanted it on her sandwich with 3 exclamation points. Makes no sense at all with 2 exclamation points. One wrote on Facebook about the customer's reaction. You can always count on Facebook for the best reactions to shit.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Only vegan online wrote another in the comments. That kind of reminds me. It's sort of like you guys know what a lug is, right?
I don't know.
Lesbian until graduation.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. You find them. It's like the PCU womanists from PCU. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I got my cargo shorts and my Birkenstocks and my borrowed chips on both shoulders. And wait a second, it's like if you're nice to them, they'll get things for you. Now, I've got a fun vegan story. I've shared this before, but I'd like to share it here with TeknoAXE. I'm pretty sure you've heard it, Jeff. But
Yeah.
about 2 years ago, when I was working at this beer shop, there we ended up with this employee. He was a cool kid, cool dude. Um, he was very hipster, but also one of the most strident shit posters I've ever met. Like, this was a guy, I shit you not, like when the Baltimore riots kicked off, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching footage of it on my phone, like, man, this shit's crazy. And his response is, shit you not. And this is not my joke, so don't hold me accountable. But yeah, his response was, wow, I didn't. He was like, that's crazy. I'm like, right? And he's like, yeah, I didn't know they were pumping out Planet of the Apes sequels that quick. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Oh, what?
Ooh. Now I could never tell if he was straight like millennial hipster or shit poster. He sort of like he was constantly wavering back and forth, but he would always love to tell people how he's a vegan without a Facebook, you know, or his girlfriend's pants and everything. So while he's going off about that, I'd catch him. We used to sell beef jerky, and he'd lean over the counter when giving change. And I'd always catch him whenever he'd catch a whiff of this fresh, locally made beef jerky. His face would contort in this like pained way that he's being denied something is sensational, which he was. And then I found out that the woman who made that shit also did this onion jerky, right? Where she basically sauteed these onions in the same blood and gristle that she made the beef jerky in, and then would dry them. That would be onion jerky. So I asked her for a nice big hefty bag of this shit. And while Ian wasn't in, I slapped a nice big label featuring Lisa Simpson on the front saying 100% vegan hipster approved. And the kid could not get enough of it. And it took everything in me not to tell him, like, oh yeah, bro, this shit was cooked in fat and blood. It's probably why you liked it so much. Now, he ended up moving on, getting a job elsewhere. And the last I heard, the last time anybody had seen him in town, he was fucking pounding down a cheeseburger at the Red Arrow. So let this be a lesson to all vegans. You eat your mayo, slurp up that blood, and you never know. Life could actually get better.
Bloody steak. It's the best.
Oh, yeah.
Christ. Is there any other way to have a steak?
Just bloody. That's it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like we need to tap Larry Kubiak for some fucking writing or some shit, because my God, like some of the shit that he types out is so fucking fire. Where is it? I have an unhealthy addiction to dim sum, so I suck Chinese dick. What about it? Fucking Jesus Christ, Larry, what the fuck?
Where the fuck is that? Is it in the chat?
It's in the chat, yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see. Cats and Lady resubscribe, Prime subscription for 3 months so far. Thank you so much. Got a bunch of people hosting us tonight. Thank you very much to all of you. Very, very sweet of you. We appreciate it. Oh yeah. Guess I was like clicking through a bunch of shit and it was showing up on the back. I hope I didn't show anything sensitive. Is there anything sensitive in here? Just my nudes. I hope you guys didn't see my nudes. Did anybody want to see my nudes?
Pornhub has yet to get back to me, so
I know.
In the meantime, the
I hear they're
is still up, everybody.
I hear they're begging Pornhub to be like the alternative to YouTube nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fucking Pimp Monk. I was on Pimp Monk's show this morning, and we were talking about it, and Pimp Monk is just like, hey, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go start doing my Pornhub shit, you know, big old fat belly, barely see my dick, but I tell you what, somebody's gonna pay me for it. Fuck yeah! I was like, hell yeah, dude. Live the dream, bro. He wants honestly, he wants to read the news naked or some shit. Like, yes.
There you go.
Goddamn, I mean, what was it? Last week we stripped down half naked just for what, $50?
Be woke and wanking at the same time.
That and it was really hot, so it's kind of thing. It's like, man, don't threaten me with a slightly less fucking oppressive time. I'm being oppressed by the heat. Can I call the heat patriarchy now? I don't fucking know. We'll find out.
Only if it's Boston, right?
Oh, I wish I was in Boston. Boston's interesting sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. But New Hampshire has its charm, like oppressive heat and humidity. It's nice.
The roads are better too, right?
Well, compared to Boston?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pothole season is year round in Boston. That's the fun thing about like life and driving in Boston. You're basically just like, I don't believe in shocks anymore. Fuck them.
Wait.
Kabong, kabong.
So somebody's telling me they're actually doing non-porn streaming on Pornhub. Are you serious, Spectacular? Because if so, will you find me a link of that and send it to me on Discord,
Yeah,
or Twitter? Because
there's-
I really wanna look into it because that's not a bad idea at all.
No, this is the thing too. I've already reached out to and I've written to and reached out to Pornhub twice
Right.
now,
Right.
saying, "Listen, we got this show,
Right.
but there's things we can't say on YouTube because
Right.
reasons, and Twitch because reasons. But those reasons are valid because Bezos is wise and all-knowing, and
Yes.
we would never question his judgment.
Praise
Praise
Bezos.
Praise him."
Pornhub, the free speech advocate.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus Christ! I mean, like, I just love the fact that Domino's is like, we're gonna go around and fill in potholes. And it's like, hey, that's cute. Pornhub was gonna plow the entire city of Boston. So, hey, yeah. But with all of that, yeah, it's yeah. I mean, like, Pornhub Saints is something I'm still really hoping. And if there's just an open streaming thing, you can bet that it's gonna happen. It will happen.
We
Jenna
just
Jameson follows me back on Twitter, and I'm sure if I'm like, hey, Pornhub show where we can just say whatever we want, you want to come on, Jenna? She'd be like, oh, wow, that's so much better than your lame-ass fucking YouTube show. Why don't you guys just stay on Twitch? That's what I've gotten so far.
Oh,
I might
gotcha,
be
yeah.
making...
She is a huge fan of this show.
Oh, huge fan.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
is
yeah.
so is Ron Jeremy.
Oh, I know.
Well,
Sunburnt 2 turned Sunny resubscribed for 8 months. So 8 months. Jesus. Wow. Crazy. All right. Let's get to the PayPal story.
Oh, yeah, wait. We're doing
got-
the PayPal story?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the BBC one, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. The links are just the links, so I'm like, is that the BBC story? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
this one's a lot of fun. This is gonna bring your day up, guys.
the-
PayPal
Sure.
PayPal told customer her death breached its rules. She should have thought about that before dying. God
I know.
damn.
I know.
Inconsiderate. Yeah, are you not thinking about terms of service here when you're
Rude.
dying? PayPal wrote to a woman who had
Here, read that.
died of cancer, saying that her death had breached its rules and that it might take legal action as a consequence. Hang on, I need to. Oh, it's right here. Jeff's
There you
gone,
go.
and I'm just like, I need to drink.
Should
So-
have used.
Hmm?
Should have used an alt cure or something like that.
Yeah, right. The firm has since acknowledged that the letter was insensitive and apologized to her widower and begun an inquiry as to how it came to be sent. The matter came to light after her bereaved husband contacted the BBC. He said he wanted to make other organizations aware of how distressing automated messages could be. You know, it's a funny thing when these online websites that are, catering to, various creative people or, in this case, just people who are trying to send money to each other, when they automate shit, it's almost like it fucks everybody over and doesn't help anybody except people who don't need help. It's the strangest thing. Anyway, Lindsay Dirty died on May 31st, age 37. Rest in peace, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Pinky's up for Lindsay, guys. Pinky's up.
Yeah. She had been first diagnosed with breast cancer about a year and a half earlier. The disease had later spread to her lungs and brain.
Oof.
PayPal was informed of Miss Dirtle's death 3 weeks ago by her husband, Howard. He provided the online payment service with copies of her death certificate as well as her will and his ID as requested. He has now received a letter addressed in her name sent to his home in Bucklebury, West Berkshire. It was headlined important. You should read this notice carefully. It said that Mrs. Dirtle owed the company about £3,200 and went on to say, you are in breach of condition 15.4C of your agreement with PayPal Credit as we have received notice that you are deceased. This breach is not capable of remedy. No shit. She's dead, PayPal. She's fucking dead.
Is this a bug? This is in England. Like, it sounds actually, for England, it sounds reasonable almost.
Yeah, for England, it sounds par for course,
Oi,
right?
you got a license to die there, mate?
Oh, you got a license for that corpse there? Well, I mean, I understand it was your body, but now it's no longer your body. PayPal has told Mr. Dirtle that it is looking into this as a priority and has written off the debt in the meantime. Oh, that's nice of them. You guys wrote off the debt. I'm glad.
I wonder
to
if I
hear
could do that with my student loans. I just gotta fake my death.
They just did that because they didn't want to get sued for like twice as much. Right?
Oh yeah. And the fucking public outcry. Holy shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the sick thing too. I mean, like, I'd like to think that it's a matter of humanity in which, like, when they found out this happened, they're like, "This is fucking horrible."
That's their PR section kicking in. But
Yeah, it's their fucking PR section kicking in, probably, though. We apologize to Mr. Dirtle for the distress this letter has caused, the spokesman added. We are urgently looking into the matter and are in direct contact with Mr. Dirtle to support him. Now, they have this picture here of the fucking letter sent to Mrs. Dirtle. Wow.
As we have received notice that you are deceased, in accordance with this condition, we are entitled to close your account, terminate your agreement, and demand repayment of the full amount outstanding.
Oh my God! But if they close her PayPal, how's the dead woman gonna get any money? Oh wait.
all right.
All you need to do is send her 2 coins so she can cross the river. But Mr. Dirtle said a member of PayPal staff told him that there were 3 possible explanations: a bug, unfucking likely. It said, "Dear Mrs. Dirtle, you died. You owe us money." A bad letter template. I'll say that's likely, but not an excuse. And human error. You fucking think maybe a little bit of human error. I don't know. He added that he had been assured that whatever the cause, it would be addressed. Although PayPal had told him it would not be able to share information because it was an internal matter.
It's about as transparent as YouTube.
Yeah, I know. It's like, this is the thing I love about the tech sector. We see these articles coming out of things like the New York Post and the Atlantic saying, like, "Oh, is the tech sector the new liberal sector that the Trumps are gonna go for?" It's like, I fucking hope so, because these tech sector fuckers, like, they're garbage. They're human garbage. They don't know how to run the shit that was built by better people who came before them, and they can't help but fuck shit up because they're a bunch of greedy shitheels. I'm in a reasonable place at the moment. I've got quite a level head on my shoulders, and I'm quite capable of dealing with paperwork like this, Mr. Dirtle said. And fucking, you know what? Like, I don't even believe in God, but bless this man, because motherfucker's wife died, and he's keeping a level head about this soulless company, reminding him of that, and then saying that she owes them money. But I'm a member of the charity Widowed and Young, and I've seen firsthand in there how a letter like this or something like it can completely derail somebody. If I'm going to make a fuss about this at all, it's going to make sure that PayPal or any other organization that might do the same kind of insensitive thing recognizes the damage they can cause the recently bereaved. PayPal, please, kindly, with sugar on top, unfuck yourself immediately, because
fix your shit.
Yeah, fix your shit.
Unlike YouTube, you've got competition too, so I feel like you're in a more precarious position than Google is.
I agree. I absolutely agree. It's wild. I bet Elon Musk is like reading this article being like, what are they doing with my old company? Jesus fuck.
He's gonna go take one of his not flamethrowers to it, hopefully.
Right. So I temporarily titled the episode, "What the hell is a Croatian and why are they so good at soccer?" And we just had the Matrix team come in, and he's from Croatia and sends us his best regards. You know what? Your fucking team, dude, is really good. And I'm mad. I'm really mad. I'm not really that mad.
This has got to be a fucking troll here, but ARSP says, "Crappy letter, but nothing wrong with collecting an outstanding debt." Listen, we only have room for one soulless Jew on this show, okay? So quit horning in on my fucking territory, boy. So I'm gonna say.
All right, let me check over here. Okay, sweet. So this I need to derail here for a minute, and I think I want to do something about this on the Sunday show and kind of make a point of it, or even maybe after the Sunday show, do even something maybe specific with you, Nick, about this. But speaking of insensitivity around death, the shit that's been happening with people going off about Totalbiscuit since he's been dead is going way too fucking far, and I'm honestly getting really pissed off about it, and a lot of people are. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop, and I want to do something about it because this kind of insensitivity is disgusting. Did you see the tweet by Jenna Bain?
No.
Oh my god! Here, let me find it.
Shout out to her. Like, she's picked up the sticks after like he passed away pretty good though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
picked up the flag
and here's the thing, it's funny because like people like well, like my, our good friend Marcus, Count Dankele, he's been a co-host of Midweek before.
Yeah.
International fucking news fucking subject and all of that, right?
Yeah.
When I asked him about, well, actually, because it was when he co-hosted, was when John passed, and I asked him like, what do you think about this? And his response was like, I couldn't stand the guy, but I really do. I feel bad that he passed, and I feel very bad for his family. Now, Count Dankula is painted as one of the most insensitive people on the internet. Oh, he hurts these delicate feelings. Yet the same people who go after him for being insensitive, the same crowd who goes after him for being insensitive, they're gonna fucking mock the death of a man who died of cancer. Yeah? You just think that's okay because you didn't like his fucking politics, you spineless pieces of shit? Again, I rarely say this because it's not a polite thing to say, but kindly fucking kill yourselves. The gene pool will be better off without you. The future of humanity will be better off without you.
Save a little bit of the spice. Let's do something big. Let's do something big with it. Save some of that energy and that anger, man, because I feel you. I'm with you. But let's leave this for now with the words from Jenna. Each breath today is one that Totalbiscuit was never offered. I see you. I don't care about your friends, family, or following. I see only you. I wept not for my husband, but for humanity when strangers celebrated his death. Now I grieve for compassion as his legacy burns. That's a classy fucking woman. And that is a strong and powerful message from somebody who is having to deal with probably some of the most disgusting behavior I've ever seen online. It's hideous.
I'll admit that I was actually blocked by Totalbiscuit a few months ago for like having an argument. It was back with the I believe it was around the trap versus is the trap gay kind of thing and everything.
Oh no,
like
he blocked me too.
So,
yeah.
No, and I totally understand because like I understand his condition that he was dealing with cancer and like sometimes that kind of like stuff, even though he kind of like projected his politics on people, like the backlash that he got kind of stressed him out, and that I don't hate the guy at all. Like I still watched his shows even after he blocked me. So, but that's you like whoever hates him that much to like spew that kind of thing against him, like it says more about them than it does like him basically.
And if I'm not mistaken though too, I do remember when he got his prognosis and they said there's nothing more we can really do. They told me at about 10 months, I think.
Yeah, he lasted quite a while longer, right? Basically.
Yeah, he outlasted his fucking prognosis. Now, regardless of your opinions of the son of a bitch, I mean, that right there shows you he was a tenacious motherfucker, even down to his very cells. And that's something you can't take away from anybody. And this is like, I mean, it kind of reflects on like, it's reflective of like the recent video I did about the culture war, how it ruins fucking everything. The fact that like some people are incapable of respecting somebody who was a fighter and a survivor facing the kind of shit that when you're looking down the barrel of it, if you can manage to give a flying fuck about anything outside of the fact that your life might be ending soon and you can continue grinding on, the fact that some people can't respect that blows my fucking mind. It makes me wonder why in the fuck there is even like, what the fuck kind of audience out there? How do we identify the decent human beings from the shitbags who just want to latch onto something that they can hopefully like fly to untold heights by being an absolute cunt about being about. John Bain, you were a cunt in your life, and I salute you for it.
Talented,
But,
talented.
A talented,
Very
talented, a talented, brilliant cunt, and as one, as a less talented and less brilliant cunt myself in this case, I salute you, sir. Pinkies up and drinks down.
Yeah.
All right. That was a drink based in the name of John Bain.
That's right. It's for you, John. Right. All right, let's do burglar. Burglar trapped inside escape room business burglar trapped inside escape room business calls 911. July 11th, authorities in Oregon. This is in Oregon? Oh God.
That's why I thought you might like it.
Authorities in Oregon said a burglar found 911 when he found himself in an ironic situation. Who wrote this? A 5-year-old? What the
Found? Phoned.
Okay.
Now, you know what they did? They wrote it on their phones using swipe and didn't proofread it. That's all.
They were wearing mittens on when they did it, too.
Yeah.
Found himself in an ironic situation, trapped inside an escape room business. The Clark County Sheriff's Office said deputies responded to a 911 call about 4 a.m. from a man who broke into Northwest Escape Experience in Vancouver and discovered he was unable to get back out again. Investigators said the man...
You failed the game, my dude.
Yeah. The man took a phone, a TV remote, and a beer from the business fridge before discovering he had damaged the back door while breaking in and was unable to leave through it. The sheriff said he had a burrito and he was settling in to have a breakfast and a beer, I guess, and then got scared because he couldn't get out. The business owner, Rob Bertrand, told King TV. The suspect gave dispatchers a false story about breaking into the business to call for help because his home had been broken into, investigators said. He gave dispatchers a fake address. The man did manage to get out of the building before police arrived. He was found outside the strip mall and arrested. Rye Daniel Wardlaw was booked on a charge of second-degree burglary. We started thinking about it, and yeah, it's really funny, Bertrand said. I'm proud to say I'm the only escape room in the Northwest that has a 100% capture rate of criminals. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. I love it.
I mean, there's one thing I can appreciate when it comes to criminals is it's those who have those who keep a healthy sort of level of mind when it's like, well, fucking listen, the irony to this arrest is not above me. I am very pleased that I was able to be this guy at this point in time. Now, these escape room games, have you ever been to one? Either of you?
I've heard of them. I haven't been to one yet.
I don't even know what the fuck it is.
Oh, I've had some friends do it. So here's the thing. So basically, like it's usually in strip malls, and they build a series of rooms, and in each room you're given a series of clues as to what you need to do to get out of the room, and then I believe you're given a time limit in terms of how long you can take to figure it out. And it's a big puzzle game. You get locked in this room and you can't get out until you figure out what the puzzle in the room is.
That's interesting.
Yeah, friends of mine have done it. They said it's loads of fun, and they've been springing up all over the country. Which
it's like the next laser tag, basically.
Yeah, and I kind of like that in a sense because like laser tag, it's great. You shoot at your opponent, but this is a puzzle solving game. And it's the sort of thing where you need to actually think about what you're doing. And that's so rare in public entertainment these days.
Northwest Escape. Okay.
You should take MEMS. Actually, Jeff, you should do a Northwest meetup.
Ooh, hey, yeah. We could get a bunch of people from like Washington and Oregon because I think it's in Portland. I think so. I'm looking right now.
That'd be my guess.
Okay. This is where the fuck is this? No.
I mean, we have one in Manchester, so it could be anywhere.
Techno, this is in Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah. Just south of the border.
Yeah? Wait.
Absolutely.
South of the border?
Is Vancouver south of the border?
No, Vancouver is Portland, and then across the river into Washington is Vancouver.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just north of it. Okay.
Yeah, it's over Jeff. north of the border. Yeah, I mean, like I could totally see like a northwestern fucking meetup going on at one of these puzzle rooms where, I
I'd be
mean,
down
we're
for
all
that.
we're all intellectuals, right? Right? We're
Okay.
all
We all have that problem-solving skills, you know.
Right.
Joe, look, Jables Boogly in the chat, like, oh fuck yes, I'm down for that.
Well, so my buddy Guido, who also lives here in town, and I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Good to see you. Says there's one here in the town next over, Springfield. I want to check that one out, but I think it would be great to get a bunch of the Seattle people, a bunch of the Oregon people, and have like a meetup experience where we also go to Northwest Escape experience, just so we can talk to the dude about how he caught a criminal and shit, and then try and solve his puzzle. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I've heard, I
And you're
believe,
coming,
like,
little X.
I think some of them have multiple rooms actually. Like we've actually got one here in Manchester.
DJ Curved Blade. Was that what it was? DJ Curved Blade?
Uh, I don't
I think it was Lil Axe. Yeah.
Little axe. There you go.
Okay.
Curved blade was my suggestion. You don't have to follow that though.
Curved Blade's pretty good though. I like
Curved
that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, once you get out of the room, you got to offer like really shitty mumble raps about how you figured it out.
When we get into
That's
this
the point.
thing, we'll have to ask like what time the burglar like took to break out of the room, and then we'll try to break that record.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Holy shit. All right. We got one more article that we're going to read, and then we're going to do the audience participation where people can call in, sort of call in. If you're new to the show, by all means, hop into the Discord. Link is on the page. Hop into the waiting room, and then we'll roll randomly. We'll pull some of you guys in. We'll hang out for a bit. So the last article, I'm really glad I found this one. Let me make sure I have
Yeah.
everything framed up.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, here we go. A teenager got a USB cable stuck in his penis.
Yeah.
Yep. That's there you go. That's
Only in China.
yeah. You might think you have lots of embarrassing stories about being a teenager. Well, prepare to feel much better about yourself and feel very sorry for a teenager who got himself into a terrible situation. This poor kid got a USB cable stuck in his penis. A 13-year-old boy from China was curious about his genitalia. Aren't we all? And for some reason, not a 13-year-old Chinese boy's. And moving on. For some reason, decided that the best way to satisfy his curiosity would be to slowly insert a phone charger through his urethral orifice. He managed to insert 20 centimeters, or 7.8 inches of it into his urethra. If you're already uncomfortable, look away because things get worse than this. The teenager then tried to pull it out, but couldn't. The cable was stuck. At this point, he told his parents, who took him to the local hospital in Linkou County, which is situated in northeastern China, not far from Vladivostok and the North Korean border. Figures. In the hospital, medical practitioners lubricated the cable and attempted to extract it. They were not only unsuccessful, but caused significant pain to the unnamed teenager. He was then transferred to Harbin Children's Hospital, where he underwent more detailed examinations by Dr. Zhu Lian, facility's resident urologist. I was just bored.
So I stuck a
I'm
phone
hoping this
charger
was
up
a
my urethra.
I'm hoping this was a USB micro. I can't imagine anything else.
Well, it
You
is
just gotta,
China.
you just gotta work it in. That's all.
I'm not trying to be racist and saying that their cables are typically smaller. I'm just saying.
But I like the idea that he got bored and he stuck this in his urethra, and now like all these medical professionals are having to like examine this 13-year-old dick. Like,
See, this is what happens when
This is-
feminism takes over. Feminism is just like, yeah, a 13-year-old's got nothing to do with his dick, so he's just gonna stick charging cables in it. This is what happens.
This is going to advance the medical industry in China. This is like groundbreaking stuff here.
Fuck,
Mhm.
I forgot I wasn't on
Okay.
YouTube.
so he cut off one end of the cable and inserted it into his urethra. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Thank God. Dr. Zhu explained, as reported in the Daily Mirror. The cable reached his bladder, where it tangled and ended up in a knot. So when he tried to pull it back out, it became stuck. When the complexity of the situation became clear, the only option was to operate. Dr. Zhu and her team had to reach the boy's bladder, cut the knot, then removed part of it through the surgical incision. The remaining cord was pulled out through the urethra. The teenager was discharged a few days later after about 2 weeks in the hospital. 2 weeks in the hospital with a fucking cable.
I'm not going to envy your high school life, kid.
I just can't wait to see this on an episode of like some medical drama like Grey's Anatomy or some shit.
Okay.
It's just like,
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's a question. This is an important one. What would be a good nickname for this kid?
little cord.
That's a SoundCloud rapper name. Not the same, Nick.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
How
know.
how about Electric Snake? How about that?
Ooh.
Good.
Yes. Yes. That works not only as a clever nickname, but also a good SoundCloud rapper name.
There you go, kid.
Yeah.
I just saved your high school life here.
Yep.
Ooh, somebody says Jacket
Yo,
Jack.
hey. You saw a little snake, yo. I'm here to rap for you, yo. I got a cable stuck up in my urethra, yo.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So USB signals, they run under this thing called differential signals. So if you want alliteration, you just call them differential dick, and they're
Ooh.
Yes.
Let's see. We got Jacket Jack, not bad. Tangled Cord, Chinese Port,
U.S.
and
boner.
U.S. Boner. Yep.
I like that one.
It's USB owner. Not. It's
U.S. boner. U.S. boner, son.
Berserker says Dick's differential, but 3 X's.
Asian super bastard. What the?
ASB, Asian stupid bastard. Universal serial boner. All right. Anyway, so there was one other. I don't really want to read the article because I want to move on, but I do think we should show it because this is pretty good. It's Florida man. A homeless man with no arms charged with stabbing a Chicago tourist. He held a pair of scissors with his feet and stabbed a 22-year-old dude. Yep, that's the thing that happened. This charming gentleman with no arms right there.
Little cord. I
like
like
those people without arms, they can do a lot of things with their feet.
Yeah, they really
you
can.
gotta be able to do stuff. So your legs are like the next best option there.
right.
Can you imagine how scary it must be to have, I guess, effectively, like, what would be the shape of him? Shaped like a tampon, a person shaped like a fucking long, slender, like shaped like fucking that, like a vape fluid container, hopping on one foot, wielding scissors in the other foot, like fucking charging at you and shit, like fuck you up.
On the one hand, I'd be like, I don't want to hurt you, old man. Please stop. And on the other hand, I'd be like, I think this guy's got skills.
Wingless grasshopper.
Yes, absolutely. Pogo style or something. I don't know, man. My green screen is absolutely pissing me off. So while you guys keep talking, I'm gonna fix it because it's driving me nuts. Like I have this energy field around.
I'll say I love the fact that it's always Florida, man. Right?
It is.
Like the Northeast, we can be counted on to be absolute cunts about everything.
Mm-hmm.
The Northwest, everything is soggy and filled with soy.
Yep.
The Southwest, everything is dried out and filled with soy. But then, but then you get Florida, man.
Florida.
Yeah, he comes. It's almost like this guy. Like I'm looking at the picture of this guy, and like honestly, like if he came sauntering out of a swamp, I wouldn't be surprised. Be like, well, this is the weirdest fucking remake of Swamp Thing I've ever seen. Why did they get David Mamet to do this? I don't understand.
I'm surprised they haven't come out with Fallout Florida yet. That would be quite the adventure right there. You know? Yes.
Wow, what a good idea.
Yeah. It'd be
Not
like a
Miami.
cross.
Not Miami. It's gotta be a city like what? What's one of the Panhandle cities?
Oh.
St. Peter's. Well, no.
Jacksonville?
Jacksonville.
There
That's
you
not a
go.
panhandle city, but that works. Yeah,
Yeah, yes.
Jacksonville. Or alternately, fucking Pensacola.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Panama City. Yep.
Yup.
You
Yup.
have like mutant gators and everything like that, and just like
Not only that, yeah,
it's-
Bethesda, and here's the thing: we know Bethesda, the entire staff, huge fans of the show.
Oh, dude, yeah, yeah.
They, yeah. By the way, this episode of YouTube Sense brought to you by Fallout 76. It's the greatest game you know nothing about. Um, but that being the case, though, it's like if you were in Pensacola, though, they could actually do a DLC in the vein of Far Harbor, where you go to New Orleans. And can you imagine Fallout New Orleans?
That'd be good. That'd be pretty good. I like the idea.
I mean, everything would be the same in New Orleans as it is right now. That's the thing.
my
I'd
my.
imagine
Oh, go ahead.
if they wanted to be realistic, I imagine that levee would have been broken though. Like so it'd be like half like flooded and everything like that. The city would be.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
flood pants would be like a style of armor.
There you go.
I was thinking Mardi Gras beads, fashioned and woven into armor, but whatever floats your boat. But okay. So in Fallout Florida, so the ghouls would have to be a huge part of it, and they all have to be like former meth heads. So they're like supercharged fucking meth ghouls.
Why former?
Former what?
Why former meth heads? Let them be ongoing meth heads.
No,
that
they
they've
they
surviving for thousands of years.
they
cooking
become the meth.
all-
They've become the meth.
They become the meth. And then,
Yeah.
well, this is the thing though. You can replace Jet with actual meth in the game.
How much Sudafed do you have to stock up to like go that far though?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure when the apocalypse comes, like, because this is the funny thing about Louisiana, every shady ass company in the U.S. establishes a corporate base there, so they can get away with whatever they want. Love you, Louisiana. Miss you to death. But all the same, yeah, no, I mean the Sudafed, yeah, they can even say like, oh, in 2020, in 2028, they established a Sudafed factory in Lake Charles. And ever since then, things have actually strangely remained exactly the same.
Oh yeah, so that's Florida man. Okay, so we have got to get you, Techno, into the Discord room.
All right, hold on just a second.
I don't suppose we have any Streamlabs to go through.
I think we do actually. Let me go look. Yes, Rimshi. Here's a mini meetup in there. There is a mini meetup in Seattle on the 28th of July. I'm headed up there to hang out with Jables, Polveros, Ionessa, and a couple others up there. Really? On the 28th of July? If I'm not mistaken, somebody was trying to tell me about some gun convention, like I think it's called Trigger Con, happening in Tacoma. I think maybe at the same time. Maybe I'll actually go up there for that. Maybe that's the thing.
Yeah. I haven't like found out about that, but like I'm pretty sure like I've seen that like maybe about 5 or 10 years ago. So yeah.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm super into the idea of it. I haven't been able to do a meetup in a while. Let's see. What is this? Oh Christ.
Bellevue?
Bellevue?
Yeah, TriggerCon is in Bellevue, which is the last city I'd expect that in.
Oh, I thought TriggerCon. It was in Tacoma last year. If it's in Bellevue, I can't go all the way up to Bellevue for that. Fuck that. That's way too far.
That's another half an hour. It's not too bad.
Another half an hour from Tacoma?
Let me Google Maps that.
Bellevue's on the border of Canada, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
No, that's Bellingham. Bellevue is right.
Oh.
Bellevue is right next to Redmond. It's like like across from Seattle. So.
Oh, I fucking know that. That's where they used to have the studio for Drunken Peasants. I don't know why I didn't remember that. I'm an idiot. Jesus Christ.
So many YouTubers that I'm close to I've never met.
I don't know. Jables sent me a fucking video. Well, maybe, you know what, Jables, maybe we'll look at this. I've seen this video and I'm not very happy about it right now. I don't really want to look at it again. But yeah, you have Discord, don't you?
I do actually. It's up right now.
Okay. Just hop into the waiting room and we'll drag you in.
Okay, hold on. Do you have a link to that actually?
Yeah. Do. Copy this. Be right back in a sec, guys. Can you see my Skype? And bam. There you go. And we're back.
Come in, boy. Come in. Come on. Come on.
All right, I think we're here.
Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you in, and then you'll have to right-click each of our names, and the slider, turn it all the way down to the left, so that we don't echo.
No
Yeah,
reference,
we don't.
Yeah.
All right, you got it. Good.
How do I? Oh, I gotta turn you down too. Shit. I'm like, this is what you need to do, and then I forget to fucking do it myself, like an idiot. Real quick before we start rolling, Larry Kubiak. All right, Saints, no nude review, no nude request this time, but I gotta hit the bed early because work tomorrow. Out of wit, just so much love as usual, and fuck the culture war. Hey, fuck the culture war. Pink is up to you, Larry. Thank you very much for the bones, bro.
Mate.
Oof, woof. All right, let's see what we got in here. All right, let me roll. Random number generator. And first person coming in is Ben. Ben, aka Chej.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, praise.
Am I coming through?
You are coming through. Hello.
Hey, I finally made it on the fucking show.
Hey, glad you made it on, man. How you doing today? How's it hanging? How's your father?
Good, good. Miss.
I can totally hear this show behind
Barely
you.
hear him.
Turn him up then.
Okay.
Fine. It'll take effort, though. And you know I'm not a big fan of effort.
I couldn't tell. Jesus
Yeah, I
Christ.
missed the first part of the show. I had an interview, so yeah.
Oh, no worries, man.
How you guys doing?
Good. I mean,
Good.
like, I've been pumped up to do the show. Like, I in many ways, I kind of enjoy doing midweek more than I enjoy doing Sunday shows, because it's so bizarre, and we always end up doing really strange, different, weird shit, you know? So I've been like really looking forward to it every single week. How are you doing, Techno?
I'm doing great. I just popped in. They were like, "Hey, do you want to be on the show?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
The randomness.
I'm not drinking quite as heavily as these guys, though. I just,
Oh, get on that shit, man. Come on. That's how we do. Otherwise, there's no surviving this world. Not in the future. No.
What about you,
So-
Ben? What are you drinking tonight?
Vodka and a bunch of like Sprite.
Ooh.
vodka and Sprite.
You're gonna get Becky wasted.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna end up thinking Crocs are a good idea. You're gonna end up thinking, fuck, like name any 5 trends that have happened in the last 10 years. You'll be like, I need to get in on that now. I wonder, is anyone playing Pokemon Go anymore? Fuck, I'm gonna go out and find out.
Oh, I installed that crap within the first like month.
Yeah. You know who's still a hardcore Pokemon Go player? Is Billy the Fridge. Like when you hang out with him, we were like walking down the street trying to go and get some food, and he just whips out his phone and his charger pack and like all of his shit, and he's like tracking down fucking Pokemon. He's like, "I'll catch up with you guys in a minute," and starts running down the street to go catch a Pokemon.
I mean, I'm not gonna shit on people having like, you know, an interest in physical fitness, but the game's pretty freaking retarded.
It's pretty bad.
Has
Yeah.
anybody
Yeah.
got hit by a car yet?
Oh, loads of people, yeah.
There was
There was a guy who walked off a cliff playing that game last year.
really?
Yeah.
No way. I'm looking this
Yeah,
up.
no.
It's dedication to the game. I hope he got his Pokemon.
Really is. I mean, like, listen, it's like,
Me too.
I always imagined that fucking, like, Dark Souls would merge with Pokemon. It's like, oh, there was a Raichu there, but you died.
I hope he was going after a flying Pokemon. That would have been even better.
Oh, there was two dudes playing Pokemon Go. Straight walked off a fucking cliff. What the fuck?
It kind of reminds me of the light rail system back in Phoenix. When you guys visited recently, and it's like, okay, so it's opening up, and they're going to start running the trains, and like everyone was like, I wonder how long it takes until somebody runs into one of them, because we haven't had a system like that. First day. It was like within the first few hours.
Yeah, no, it's like no. When I got out to Arizona, the fun thing too was like when I found out Tesla had self-driving cars. Yeah, it's like, yeah, one of them already hit somebody and killed them. Oh, wow, that's encouraging. Holy shit!
I frequent Zero Hedge just to find that stuff out. Just the latest person to get flattened by a Tesla. That or exploding Teslas. That's probably more spectacular.
You just love seeing Elon Musk eat crow, don't you?
I'm happy when he kind of gets like, there's so many Teslas where I'm at right now that I'm just like, I don't get the novelty anymore. Teslas, they look like boring cars to me, so
Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. So Ben, are you gonna go to Kilroy 2019?
I'm gonna try to. I still got family down there, so I can travel down. Hopefully, I won't get as fucking blind drunk as I was last time.
Why? That was great.
Well, so Nick talks about how he stopped me from going into the neighboring room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember fucking any of that. I was probably sleepwalking or something.
But the thing is, like, if you're gonna do a con, you gotta do it like a champion. You can't half-ass it. You have to go all the way. You gotta go double barrel as hard as possible. I don't know, man. Do you go to any conventions, TeknoAXE?
I went to a BlizzCon once. I haven't been to one since, but that was kind of. Oh no! I did go to a PAX East like three years ago when I lived in Boston and everything. So that was interesting. Not quite as many people like dressed up or got drunk or anything like that, but you got to see all the indie games and everything like that. So
Right.
Well, you get to a free speech convention, things do tilt in a different direction, let's say.
it's not quite as many like My Little Pony dresser uppers, or
Cosplayers.
cosplayers. Yeah.
Not quite as many. I was kind of disappointed by that. I was hoping I'd see a whole bunch of rainbow dashers, but no. So instead it was just ordinary people.
Mm-hmm.
But all the same, no, it was a good time, and shit. I mean, now at this point, I'm actually curious. Have you been fucking smacked with any copy strikes yourself?
Who, me?
You.
Yeah, it's kind of like a struggle with me because like every once in a while some Joe Blow will like put their voice, they will like sing over my stuff, and then they'll say, hey, that's original, and they'll put it on like maybe CD Baby or TuneCore or something like that. And I will know because then my stuff will be claimed, like not DMCA'd, but claimed and everything like that. And so usually what I do, I don't know if you like I went through like an episode like earlier this year where a bunch of my users were coming to me with stuff that was getting claimed by a company called Believe Music, and I was railing against them because they basically usually when that's kind of thing happens, I go to the people like CD Baby or TuneCore or something like that and issue like content takedown notices to them.
Right.
And they usually they respond to me like within maybe a week or two, but these guys were just like not responding to me and just ignore me. So I ended up finding the artist who kind of did that. He like posted his video on his YouTube channel, and he uploaded the audio into the content ID engine of Believe Music. So I ended up DMCAing his video
Oh
to kind
shit.
of, yeah, DMCA'd two of his videos to get his attention, basically. And so
Right.
I was able to do that, and I used it as kind of a bargaining chip to kind of like, hey, look, you want me to like retract this DMCA, like take the music off of the database, and then I'll basically do that. And he got it done with like within maybe 2 weeks of that whole process starting. So
Oh, that's good.
so
That's good.
so yeah, like I deal regularly with like well, not DMCAs, but content ID matches from both on my channel and other people's channels. But like I have kind of a process kind of like worked out so I can basically get that stuff resolved rather quickly. And it has nothing to do with YouTube. It's just like the people who basically serve as the middleman of posting music.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I imagine there's got to be like partnership programs and things that people enter into. So they basically add their
Yeah.
videos into the bot, and then the bot like is like, oh shit, all these other people are using this music, and
Well, it's not just like YouTube partnership programs. It's more like you know what CD Baby is, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
basically a middleman service that submits the music to like iTunes and TuneCore and stuff like that. And then they have like the extra service where, well, if you want to post or if you want to put your music in a content ID database, we'll collect royalties for you for all the music that we find that matches yours, right?
Mm.
So that becomes a problem when somebody says, "Oh, I can use this royalty-free music, put my voice over and sing on that track, and then put it on the content ID database." And that's usually when I'm usually pretty lenient on like the stuff that what people can use my music for.
Sure.
But when that happens, like it's like a brick wall because I don't tolerate that right there because
Yeah.
it affects my users basically,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I want to maintain kind of like a perfect record of not having any of my music on that so people can continue to use that. So,
Yeah. All right. That's fair. So, all right, Ben.
Yes.
Ben. So we got a chance to rage a little bit earlier this year. What was your favorite memory from that experience?
Um, Fuck, I got a few.
By all means.
I think my favorite one with you, Jeff, was like we're at the bar at the fan meet and greet,
Okay.
and you're like, okay, we want to go outside and smoke, and I put my hand around your shoulder and say, I am a Swede, and you're like, oh fuck.
I was worried. I was worried. We
And
have.
then afterwards, you and I are shooting the shit back and forth because people don't understand that Scandinavians have like this weird sibling rivalry,
Mhm.
but it never comes to blows.
Oh no.
But you had to tell
Why
everybody
not?
to like stand down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, this is a real thing. Like, and a lot of people don't really understand it. Especially in like disparate environments of people, like my family is all like upper Michigan on my dad's side, all upper Michigan, and they are viciously anti-Swede, viciously fucking anti-Swede, and there are Swedes who absolutely cannot stand the Finnish. They look at the Finnish as like the redneck backwood dumb shits of Scandinavia, you know, probably because we're 10 times more badass than them, so whatever, it's fine. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of people don't recognize that. They just think like racism only exists like, between skin tones and not between cultures. It's weird.
Yeah, well, you guys were effectively in like a couple wars our deflector shield.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. we didn't even have to get our hands dirty. You guys did it for us.
As a Jew, I am so fucking lost on this Northern European shit.
Isn't that where Molotov cocktails came from? Actually,
I think it's
From Finland?
for Russian.
yeah. It was like Finland against Russia or something like that, and they started using gasoline bottles and everything. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Finns, honestly, because if there's one thing that they have more of than snow, it's booze. Because every Finn is drunk. Even the toddlers, they're just like, you ever see a fucking Finnish toddler? A fucking drunk piece of shit. Just can barely walk. Fucking drunky. Learn how to walk. What the fuck?
What's national pride right there.
What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong with Oleg over here? Why can't he fucking walk? Oh, he's a toddler. Nah, it's because he can't hold his fucking vodka, piece of shit. Don't be so fucking lazy. Go harvest the radishes so we can fucking eat in our frozen hellhole. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I moved up to like Vegas.
Yeah.
And next month I'm looking at going to like the Star Trek convention.
Wait, there's a Star Trek convention in Vegas?
Yeah, it's like the biggest one in the country.
Imagine Vegas has a lot of the biggest conventions.
Well, yeah, but what? Really?
Really?
Star Trek? They have most of the TNG cast and most of the DS9 cast.
Okay, Star Trek convention in Las Vegas. Okay. So I really don't mean to interrupt like everything that's happening right now, but Star Trek is life. August 1st through the 5th. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go to that.
There's a lot of green women in this thumbnail.
It should be early August.
Oh my God, those green women. I'm gonna have to go have a GoFundMe for that shit. Holy crap.
Oh man, God damn.
You only have a few weeks.
I know.
That's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna see. Well, here's the big question though: is like, how much does it cost to go to like the biggest Star Trek convention on the planet? You know, I don't know.
It's like $300 for the general, like full event edition.
Are you fucking for real?
Yeah.
Is that before or after they scalp the tickets?
No, that's like buying online right now.
Holy shit, $305 for the entire weekend pass? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't fucking do that.
No
way.
No.
Fuck.
No. Honestly, if Red Letter Media wants to buy those convention passes for us, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, I'll be in Vegas in January, so fuck it, whatever. Fine.
You hit me up on Discord or something, and I will totally take you out for drinks.
I'll be very loud and obnoxious about how I'm going, and everybody should buy me a blowjob at the Bunny Ranch. That'd be great.
We gotta go outside Clark County, though.
Yeah, it's fine, whatever. Okay, yeah. I might even just drive down there. It's not that far. Anyway, so, Ben, is there anything you want to shill, anything you want to promote, put out there into the world?
Not really, except Nick has been bitching about his subs like dropping off, and
Fuck
so
off,
Oh.
All right. Well, we won't make that the end of sub. But yeah, no, I'm glad you got a chance to get on, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
All right, cheers, buddy. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Beep. Sweet. Let me see. Checking a couple of quick things really quick. Ooh, okay. Super Aus Walrus. I think it's supposed to be like Super Australian Walrus. Possible Super Saints Bros stream when Ultimate comes out in December. Okay. Maybe yes. There's a few Super Smash Brothers when it comes out in December. We have to get Nick a Switch. If we're gonna do that, we gotta get this man a Switch. Or, and this is another thing that we could probably do even sooner than that. We could actually do a tournament of, and you have a game controller, don't you, Nick?
No.
No, you don't have a video game.
No, the shitbag X broke it. So.
Oh fuck. Okay, well we need to get Nick a controller then. I might just buy you one. Fuck it. And it's called Brawlhalla, and it's actually free on Steam. It's actually pretty good. Brawlhalla. Yeah, it's still free, and it's basically Super Smash Brothers, but it's not bad. All right, let's see who's next. Who's next? All right, we got 1, 2. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh man. Speaking of the Devil's Jables Boogly, we were just talking about the Seattle connection there, bro. How you doing?
Ah, sweet. How you doing? Hold on, let me mute the stream real quick.
I gotta turn you way up too. Holy shit.
Shit. Alright.
Swear to God, my whole I gotta figure out a better way to do my sound for these shows. I need like an actual physical board.
Are you picking up my neighbors with their shit talk?
Yeah,
Is that you?
a little bit.
I thought it was. Oh.
I'll be right back.
All right.
We can't make them out. Oh, all right.
Oh.
He gets really pissed off about that. What's going on, Jables? How you doing, bro?
Pretty good. Yeah, last night in the rabbit started pretty wholesome, and then all of a sudden not.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that, huh?
No, we don't have to.
Nah, we can talk about it. It's totally cool. I don't. Do you remember how it started? So, it was during a Saints thing, during a Saints something, and somebody mentioned VeggieTales, and I had never seen VeggieTales, so I was very drunk and I demanded that yes, we absolutely 100% are going to watch VeggieTales, one night in the server, and I don't remember how that started at all. Do you?
I don't know. I think you guys were talking about something wholesome.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know.
There's not really many things that are more wholesome than fucking VeggieTales.
Oh no.
But I'd never seen it, so we watched it last night, and it was great. It was honestly a really good movie. I thought it was hilarious. Even though it was like a little kids movie. But then we watched E-Fucked, which we were going to anyway. Like I'd already planned on doing that. And then I was like, you guys want to watch something even more fucking crazy and disgusting than E-Fucked? And I put on B-Movie, and then we spent the rest of the night interspersing B-Movie for a little bit, and then E-Fucked for a little bit, and then B-Movie for a little bit, and it was a thing of beauty. I think it was great.
Yeah, it was good. The B-Movie, I think, was necessary as a palate cleanser at some points.
See, I think it's like you don't really appreciate that B-Movie is actually good or enjoyable or wholesome unless you just got done watching like some cam chick licking the poop off of her Benoit beads.
That was the one that got me. That was the one that got me real bad. I almost puked on that one.
You should hang out in our server sometime, TeknoAXE. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what you're talking about right now, but I'm sure it was. It builds character, right?
It does. Well, there's a website called E-Fucked, and E-Fucked is it's basically the grossest or the funniest things from porn.
Okay.
And some of it is extremely hard to watch. Some of it is like very off-putting. Some of it's disgusting, and some of it is just mindlessly hilarious.
Right.
There was an Italian incest porn where these two girls are like having a party in their lingerie, and this old man, this is a funny looking old man, comes in and he's like, cocaina? Nose booger? And they're like, yeah. They give him some fucking cocaine, and he like goes all crazy and shit, and like has sex with them. But like he keeps doing this like weird, and he's got so much extra skin. He's got bug eyes, and so when they go in for like the passionate kiss, he's like, it's just the greatest thing in the world. And so, wholesome movie.
I think that was ketamine, not cocaine.
It certainly looked more like a man on ketamine than cocaine, didn't it?
So I'm confused where B movie. This is the Seinfeld movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So where does that? Well, where does that fit in between VeggieTales and like the rest of it?
Because we'd watch like 10 minutes of the B movie, and we're like,
Right.
oh, it's funny. It's a funny, wholesome family movie. And then it's like, here's a Japanese bondage scene where a dude's licking her eyeball and pouring lubricant in her ear. And then, 10 minutes of the B movie. And then it's, oh, wow, look at this just disgusting, horrific thing that's going to be in your nightmares. And we just did that.
Yeah.
We made the B movie, which is like an hour and 40 minutes, stretch out for like 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was
I felt
fucking
bad
great.
for the people that hopped into the rabbit room during the B movie parts and didn't know what they were getting into.
Yep, absolutely.
I
We're watching the
don't-
B
yeah.
movie.
I don't know why, but this reminds me of Train Spotting, the movie, back in like '96 or something like that.
Yeah, man, absolutely. One
They're
fuck.
making a sequel for that.
They did. They did make a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And it's not bad.
Never saw it.
It's interesting. I mean, it's still very true to the spirit of like an Irvine Welsh novel. But I mean, it's not what Train Spotting was. It is what you would think Train Spotting would turn into. What was it like? It wasn't 20 years later. Was it 15
It
years?
was pretty much 1996, so this was pretty much 20 years later.
Oh,
You can't go back to the late 90s though.
no.
No.
There's something special about it. One Foot Canuck says, I still have full-on laughing fits thinking about the guy who gets his cock stuck in the vacuum. You turned me onto that one. You're welcome, buddy.
Vacuums and USB cords.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. The one of the ones that we watched last night was a world famous porn producer. Apparently had starred in a commercial for a penis pump before he became a big name porn producer and was like hugely respected. So before he had respect, he did this thing, and in the commercial, like, he's pumping his dick up, and it's just getting disgustingly obscene how fucking big this thing's getting. And then, like, it comes to where he's demonstrating, this girl comes over to blow him, but the last thing that's really in the video is, like, he pulls it out so she could blow him, and he leans over, and he starts blowing himself at the same time that she is, and there's nothing sexy about what's happening, because, like, the dude's just doing, like, you know.
That was a new one. Haven't seen that movie before.
Yeah, it was good.
The fetal position is not sexy, people.
No. No, it's not. It's really not. I don't know. It's good shit though. But yeah, Jables. So you're northwest, Techno, you're northwest. We gotta do this puzzle room thing. I think this is a good
All right. Absolutely.
We'll make Beast come hang out with us too. Do you remember Beast, Jables?
No.
Beast is the giant black powerlifter dude that's a friend of mine up there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember him.
Yeah. We'll make him come with us because that dude's fucking hilarious. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. He introduced himself as a different name.
Yeah. I don't know what name he likes to go by, like out in public or on the internet. He always calls himself Beast. And maybe we'll get Ben and Billy the Fridge to come with us too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're cool enough now that they can't stream on their channel.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. That was some bullshit.
It is so
Some clip from Seventh Heaven on a privated video from a year ago.
Yeah, that's another thing that's really crazy, and this is the problem that the Drunken Peasants are having right now is it was a private show, totally unlisted. It was a clip, I think it was a clip from Seventh Heaven. I think you're right about that. CBS claimed it 11 months later. They blocked it worldwide and issued an actual like copyright strike on their channel. They talked to CBS, they got the whole thing lifted, they removed the episode anyway, got the whole thing taken care of, and still YouTube has not restored their ability to stream. And
Yeah, they still have to go through the 90 days of not streaming as if it was a big copyright strike or something.
right, and there is literally nothing they can fucking do about it because CBS can't help them any further because they removed the whole thing. Who the fuck do you talk to at YouTube when there's no way to actually contact a real live human being for this kind of shit? Who do you talk to? What do you do? It's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I know they're streaming on their second channel, but that's not even monetized yet, is it?
No, and they only have 3,000 subscribers on it and shit.
Well, I know for monetization you need 1,000 subscribers and like 4,000 minutes of watch time.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, by all means, I'll put it in the description of this video too. I mean, I don't know how much we'll be able to help them necessarily, but everybody should go and subscribe to DP Underground, just at least to help them out in case that might help them gain a bigger audience, maybe, or something until they get this figured out.
Yeah.
Have either of you guys? Are you a DP fan, Techno?
I've been pretty busy, so I'm kind of behind the times on that. So yeah, I'll subscribe to them though.
They're sweethearts. They're great kids. Since their channel has ended up kind of having this horrible shit happen, Ben, to try and make up for it, has started doing the Sleepy Boys podcast.
Nice.
Oh, that's what that's about.
Yeah, to try and, because if they don't have access to their channel of 160,000 subscribers, so a lot of people are not knowing when they're going online. They're missing out on super chats and Streamlabs and all that kind of shit. Probably their ad revenue too. So he was like, "Fuck it." What he does is, before he goes to sleep, he sets up the camera, he sets up his speakers to the text to talk Streamlabs, and leaves the light on and tries to go to sleep while people send like $2 tips in to say the most fucked up things to try and wake him up.
Yeah, it's actually pretty genius.
It is pretty genius. And he's making a pretty good amount of money doing it. He's like, I'm making more than the actual show is right now. Nobody actually knows the show's on.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Nick. What's going on, bro? We can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you.
I can hear
Oh, no!
Oh no.
I can hear. It's fine.
You couldn't hear him?
I
can.
Oh, you can? Oh. Well, oh yeah, that's because you can hear him over Discord. We have him muted on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some funny shit. Yeah, I'm clicking through the Sleepy Boys podcast right now, and it's 8 hours of Ben just sleeping. It's so fucking good. I think it just ran until it hit the 8 hour mark and then just turned off.
Is there a limit?
Yeah, yes. If you not hit a certain point in your YouTube channel, they cut you off at 8 hours.
That's good to know because all right, I'm actually in the test process of starting kind of like a 24/7 music
Radio.
broadcast,
Yeah.
everything like that. And I tested it on my main channel a couple days ago, and it worked out well. But I lost like 70 subscribers off of that, which
Really?
is because like it's basically it's kind of like a departure from like what I usually do, and like just like everybody else, whenever I post actual videos, like I lose subscribers off of that video before I gain them back and everything.
Yep.
So I'm at, like, if I have like something off of my subscription feed, that's totally there. I understand that I will probably lose more subscribers before I gain them and everything. So I was
Sure.
thinking of using my gaming channel, which is nothing right now, to kind of like do that. But it's good to know there's an 8-hour limit on that thing.
I'm not sure what the contingents is on it, but it's definitely
Right.
something to check on to make sure. Did you get it fixed, Nick?
Hmm?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there you are.
Yeah, we got
Hello.
it. Hello.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. I'm back. Don't worry. It's fine. No, it's one of these weird things. They have what's the limit for monetization now? It's like 10,000 views or subscribers in a month.
It's 1,000 subscribers and like 4,000 minutes or something like that of watch time.
Yeah, something like that. It's something weird.
That's drastically reduced.
Mm-hmm.
But
It might be 4,000 hours of watch time. I don't know.
yeah, but I mean, all the same, the way YouTube is handling channels these days is atrocious.
Yeah, it is. It honestly really is.
No other way to say it. But it's trying to gauge channels according to weird metrics that they put together on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
then
well,
there was
the algorithm seems to favor people that post every day, as opposed
Yes, it really fucking does.
That whole thing is like based on the consistency of basically what you do. So if you like have like a weekly schedule and you're kind of like off like a day, it'll like punish you, from what I've heard at least. Like if you like add a day, even if like you like post like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then decide, oh, I'll post on a Tuesday this time in addition to what I do, then it also, I guess, it punishes you because you're kind of interrupting the flow of your like weekly schedule there.
Right.
So
there was a go ahead, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So there's a YouTuber who's a friend of mine. I got to actually meet her at VidCon, but I didn't get a chance to really fucking hang out with her, and I'm really mad about that. She flew all the way from Europe to go to VidCon, and I barely got to talk to her. Cath lady, and I don't know if it's the same Cath lady who hangs out in the Saints server. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. But she was a smaller YouTuber, and when they made those changes to who is actually viable for monetization, she stopped making videos. She's like, I honestly, it's not because I'm doing this to make money. I'm just doing this to do it and to have fun. But this has completely ruined any desire I had to want to create on this platform. And fuck this shit. This sucks. And 5 months now, she hasn't put anything out. And she made great videos. So, it's very sad. Super sad.
Yeah, I get it. It can be discouraging
Mm-hmm.
if they just take away any chance of monetization when you're messing with the algorithm and everything.
It's fucking awful, dude. Just terrible.
There's a lot of people in real life that I know that don't even have YouTube like accounts anymore. So, like, oh well, there he goes. Hello, everybody. I guess
midweek Saints on a Wednesday. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were not prepared. I was not.
But, no, not remotely. But this is how it usually works out. It comes down to, can you have a show tonight, Jeff?
My dog is such a spurg. I swear to God. Like whenever the dog's out there hanging out with the kid and like playing out in the yard and whatnot, she's always want to come back inside. And now that like Mems and the kid are hanging outside, I go in there to get ice from my drink, and she's like crying, like, "Let me outside. I want to be out in the hot heat, dude." Alright. Did you murder your neighbors, Nick?
No, they just went quietly away.
Oh, okay. Into a dirt hole, and covered in topsoil.
No, very comfortably in their own beds.
Asleep forever.
With the fishes.
All right. So Jables, we're gonna let you go. Anything you want to shill, put out there, promote?
Yeah, there's a channel I follow if anybody's interested into the debunking of creationist claims. Paulogia.
Apologia?
Yeah. He pretty much his entire channel is devoted to debunking Ken Ham and Answers in Genesis.
Ooh, that actually sounds really good. I'm gonna.
Yeah, he gets experts in certain scientific fields to join in and help him debunk things.
Apologia Studios.
No, not Apologia. Paulogia.
Just Paulogia.
Yeah, like the name Paul.
Fuck. Paulogia. Okay. Oh, cool. 17,000 subscribers. Ken Ham. Okay, cool. Yes. All right. Got it. Good. Okay. All right. Awesome, man. No, good find. The more crazy shit's been going on in the world, especially with like certain people trying to tell us the more moral value of understanding our religion, our connection with God. The more that happens, the more I'm like, hey, where's all those hardcore atheist channels? They're a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, and well, his channel is actually super clean because he's making it more for education, kind of like youngish kid type things. But it's
Cool.
still solid science that he does.
Nice. Okay, good. I need to broaden my horizons on Science Tube anyway. But sweet. All right, love you, buddy. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay.
See ya.
Cheers,
See ya.
bro. All right. We get time for one more. And rattling the bones. I know who this is. That's not your name. That's not your actual real name. I know that's not your real name. I know who you are. You're called Big Shill, but I know that's not who you are. Mm-hmm. I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Writing
Yeah, what are you writing? What are you working on?
a personal project.
Oh, a personal project. So us plebeians, us mortal motherfuckers don't get to know about this secret project then, huh?
No, the whole Discord knows about it.
Oh, but I don't get to know. That's fair. All right. No, it's fine. You know what? It's okay.
That's fine with me. I mean, I can give you the first chapter tonight.
I might be interested. Maybe. Here. TeknoAXE is the new nick. There we go. There. A little bit right there. Okay. Like, is it a writing project or what you got cooking there?
Just a book that I'm writing myself.
Cool.
My bud and I love reading isekai novels, which is a genre of Japanese light novels, which is in another world, and they're all like amazing B tier trash stories.
Ooh, I like that kind of stuff.
And we were wanting to make one, and the idea of us making one was that we used an app to read a bunch of them. Trying to think of it right now. It's been a while, but you can leave comments and stuff for different paragraphs. And one day he's reading one of the million books and actually starts finding my comments, and so we start having a conversation in the comment sections for these stories. And then both of us got deleted from the book because we were toxic.
Oh no.
It was amazing. And so the idea was that we were just gonna make crappy light novel, and then we would snipe at each other in the in comments for each chapter, and then see which and we would share the same world, so we would actually have readers fight each other over this shitty platform, and it would just be amazing to watch the fallout because both of us came together on purpose to to troll these people.
That's a great fucking idea. I like that.
But it turned out into something a little more than that, though. He's writing this lighthearted novel, and in my mind, I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm like, I must make perfection.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So the app is called Wattpad. It's, if people in the know, this thing is mostly either really shitty books or LGBT bullcrap. So that's why we got got censored. The funny thing too is my bud isn't very much of a shitlord, so when he got censored, he was so like disheartened about it.
Oh no. Oh
He's
no.
like,
What?
I'm a good person though. Like, no.
I don't understand why people suddenly hate me. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Have you ever had a moment like that, Techno? Like you hold that one opinion that suddenly like all your Facebook friends are like, what's wrong with you? Problematic.
I'm I don't know. On my Twitter, like I'm behind the scenes like arguing with people. Like I'm pretty like up front and everything like that. Like or I mean pretty like tame when I'm like just like talking to my peoples,
Sure.
whatever you want to call it. But then like, you get like you respond to people like in the backgrounds and everything like that, and like have a good old time, just like you can argue with them and then until they block you and stuff like that. So I wouldn't say that my followers have turned against me, although isn't it like Twitter kind of like changing where like the stuff that you respond to is no longer actually sort of private? Like you see like the people that you follow actually respond to people that you don't follow.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm just I wonder sometimes how much that actually shows up on my actual followers, but they don't really say a whole lot. So I don't know.
I don't know, man. Every now and then, it's so nice to be super spicy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Really push the boundaries of people who get super uncomfortable with it. It's a nice feeling.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in terms of being a shitlord, though, we weren't really spicy, so to speak. The story was crap. The guy was asking for honest opinions. I gave him my honest opinion. Then my bud, like, had to give his honest opinion, and then it turned out to both of us sniping at each other a little bit, being like, no, this is the reason why this is shit. No, this is the reason why this is shit. And everyone, like, had issue with it, and then it became an actual thing, and then they just deleted us. And so literally you just see a bunch of people unhappy, and then our messages are gone.
Yeah, that's frustrating. There was what was happening yesterday? I rarely talk on Facebook anymore, and I'm hiding my face so nobody knows who I am while I talk about this. Fuck whatever. No, take that thing off. Yeah, so somebody was getting into a conversation about privilege, white privilege, and it was a buddy of mine, somebody I actually call brother because I love this guy so much, and he's Mexican, and he was like, I'm pissed off that some white people don't understand what white privilege is, and I understand where he's coming from. The dude actually does face a lot of legit criticism in our town for being Mexican. People shit on him a lot, so I got no problem with that, but in the discussion, people were like contemplating and talking about different layers of privilege, and there were so many fucking white people trying to educate other white people about why they were wrong and why you need to get educated about historical oppression and take a class from the local college and blah blah blah. Race, you can't be racist against white people, blah blah blah. And I got a little spicy with one of the owners of a bar here in town that I actually really like to go to, and I don't think I can go there anymore now. I think I'm banned from a bar now.
You gotta choose who you argue with and identify the local people so you can kind of steer clear. If they're halfway across the nation, then all bets are off. But like,
yeah, but that made it even more exciting to me. I'm bad at
fourth
that.
wife tried to educate me on privilege too, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, you make, 5 figure or almost 6 figures, and I make maybe barely 5 figures, and you're talking privilege to me?
Yeah.
I get by with fucking ramen and home cooked shit. You can go out to dinner each night. Fuck you.
You didn't say fourth wife, did you?
Yeah, he's on his 4th wife.
I
think this won't stick.
Okay, because like you and I had the interview and we've been talking for a long time. Like, you never told me you've been married 4 fucking times, bro. What?
Yeah,
Oof.
he's on 4th. So.
Okay, well as long as you're not on 4th, we're good.
No, I'm not going to be on 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. I hear you, man. That's wild.
You seen dating in our country? It's the worst.
Yeah. Oh, dude, dating is legitimately the worst. Dating in the Pacific Northwest, I think, is the worst, though. And you got to back me up on this, Techno.
all right,
Because
let's hear it.
okay. So the thing is like the rules that are in place for all over the rest of the country are not the rules here. For example, if you go on Tinder in the Northeast, you get a date on Tinder, that date is to fuck. If it's in the South, it's to fuck. And even if you don't fuck on the first date, like the explicit intent is like we are hooking up because we want to engage in potentially a sexual situation with each other. May not work out, maybe not. That's fine. In the Pacific Northwest, if you get a date off Tinder, it means they want to take you hiking and talk about their feelings, and then thank you very much for a pleasant time and never talk to you again.
There's a lot of outdoor activities that they want to do. So yes, absolutely.
Every single one. Every single one. I love hiking and getting out and being one with nature. Not looking.
Let's go rock climbing. Yeah.
Not looking for. Every one of them says not looking for hookups.
Right.
You just need to call out their bullshit and actually take them out hiking, and then watch them lag behind for 5 hours.
Have you seen me? I'm fat as fuck, dude. I hide it with the high camera angle, but like, man, I got some chunk going on right here, man. I'm not taking anybody hiking. They can hike on my dick.
I got some advice for you vegans. Eat steak. You'll lose weight.
That's right. That's a secret.
That's fun.
But I'm gonna call you out really quick. Have you looked in the mirror, buddy? You can pick up anybody. Fuck you.
Nah. The fucking it depends, you know. It depends on a lot of shit. But I mean, I'm not disparaging myself. I kind of like being fat at this point, being like the little chunky dad bod thing. Oh wait, no, okay. I don't remember when I said. I think it was during the Saints Canada Day special. Like, it's no longer a dad bod; it's a patriot bulge.
Is that they're rebranding that?
I did. Yep, it's patriot
Okay.
bulge now.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more patriotic than engaging in the freedom to drink yourself into an unhealthy stupor. Like that's just what God intended for our
Exactly.
country.
Isn't that part of being American?
It is. Cheap beer and chicken wings and my phone blowing up constantly, so I'm gonna turn off my fucking ringer here. Jesus Christ. Okay. But yeah, man. Oh no. Okay. But yeah, you know, it's just kind of how it goes. You know, the freedom to, when you are old enough that you don't give a shit, you can just kind of enjoy life, whether or not it's gonna destroy your body. At least I think so. I don't know. Techno, do you take care of yourself pretty good?
I actually, because that's why I mentioned steak and everything like that. Is like, I actually in the last year I lost like 60-75 pounds and everything like that. And
Really?
yeah, I was like 234 about a year ago, and now I'm like 170. So
Wow.
yeah. So
What did you do, and what was the impulse?
well, the impulse was getting back out there and everything like that, obviously. And then like I have like this extra thing called Alpha 1, which basically is like when I'm 60, my lungs will be essentially like smoker's lungs, like but 10 times like worse and everything like that. So like I started running, and I started like, you know, to cut the carbs out of my diet and everything like that. So I'm kind of like a vegan, except for instead of not eating like meats, I don't eat like, you know, grains and like starches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So steak is good.
You talking about
Corn
keto?
not so much.
Right.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Decidies?
Are you talking about the ketogenic diet? Is that what you're
Yeah,
trying to
the
go for?
keto stuff and everything like that. Like, I'm not totally like religiously keto, but like I'm enough to where it's made like the difference and everything like that. So,
Gotcha.
which is yeah.
Okay.
So like no, I understand though. Like it's like you're old enough, you're just like whatever, you know. But there's some motivations for me right there, you know.
Well, I mean, I can't go hog wild and get like I can't go past, because right now I'm 180, I think, but for my frame I should be like 140 to 150. So I got some extra on me. I really
Right.
don't need. But I think if I hit like 200, there's gonna be a problem, just because like I have a really hot wife. I'm very happy I have a hot wife. I don't want to keep my hot wife. I think I'm gonna push it if I hit 200. So You know, I gotta have some cutoff limit there. You know,
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the women's whenever they detect that you're losing weight, they're like, "Oh, please don't lose too much weight. We not need more things to play with and everything like that." You know.
I've got that a lot actually. He's not wrong. He's not. There is an odd amount of women who actually really like the dad bod. There really is.
There's a couple Twitter
I mean,
people
is
that
that
I
a
follow
coming
that
thing
kind of
now?
exemplify that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Sidious?
So is that a common thing now? Because I mean, I'll actually continue gaining weight because now I'm no longer 120.
Yeah, well, it is kind of a thing. It's more, you know what it is that I've noticed, and I don't want to be like painting everybody's preferences with a broad brush because obviously it's not necessarily the case. But there does seem to be like a certain trope that goes with getting older as a man, and like the older you get, like the more kind of refined you look a little bit, and the less you kind of look like you don't have your shit together, is very attractive to a woman. So if you get a little bit of like fucking junk in your gut, from enjoying all your freedom beverages, as I like to call them, let me take a sip of my freedom beverage. Made in Kentucky. The more, and as long as you have the confidence to go with it, women actually respond very well to them. So, you know, just depends. It's either that or be like some big ass hard body, and suddenly all like the 25-year-old chicks are like, ah! They throw their panties everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to fuck them anyway.
I don't
Yeah,
got the time for that. I think confidence is easier.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
hard. It's harder to attain than I think building confidence is probably harder to attain than like a hard body. It was for me. Like I was terribly insecure when I was younger. It fucked me up bad, man, super bad. But you know,
Hell yeah.
it's all struggle, man. It's all a ladder that we climb, trying to attract the women's or the women's with penises or just penises or whatever you like.
Whatever walk of life you are.
I mean, no, in this Discord, it's more the latter than the former.
Do you think so? Do you think there's more? Do you think there's more like gay sex going on in the not safe for work than hetero?
Have you seen the not safe for work?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think a lot of those. I think probably a good 60% of the people who are like, I would totally mess around with like a chick with a dick. I think they're probably just saying that because they think it's funny. I don't know if they would actually do it.
You gonna start calling people out?
Well, I mean, it's fine, dude. If people exercise their speech to be appreciative of transgendered people, then that can only be a net benefit overall. Because I mean, it's not like any of us are living in the same remote location and we have to interact with each other, and we could call them out for being disingenuous. It's more like, yeah, fuck yeah, if you're a chick with a penis, you're okay, cool. That's fine. But I mean, how many of them would actually, if they were in that situation, would actually like grab it and start going for it and shit? I don't know if a lot of them would. I think some of them would probably chicken out. Just saying.
Sergeant Buck's our only straight man. Looking at the comments right here.
Yep. Yep. Sergeant Buck is the only straight man in the entire Discord. Everybody else is a flaming bisexual or gay as fuck. So anyway, I still need to play some more Monster Hunter with you, or play something with you, man. Like it's been a while since we got a chance to play some games, but we should fix that.
We should totally do that.
Yeah.
My little brother's starting to play Monster Hunter, so
Oh yeah.
we
Absolutely.
can get together for that.
My
He's just as new as you are.
my summer will finally calm down after this weekend, so I'm pretty excited about it. That'll be good. I'll be able to figure all this shit out. I got some people in the chat saying, I'm straight, fuck you, you lying pieces of shit. You penis smoking dickhead. Whatever. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, So what I think we're gonna do from here, because my Skype just took a flaming dump, um, is Decidius. Anything you want to shill? Anything you want to promote? Put out there into the world, my friend, my buddy. How you doing?
Gator from our Discord is needing more people for commissions and stuff. His artwork is top notch.
Excellent. Okay. Aside from his Twitch, is there anything in specific like maybe we should point towards?
Fuck! I'd shoot you his PayPal.
Let's not do that. We'll just we'll what we'll do is does Gator ever share his stuff on like Twitter, his art?
I would guess so. I don't have the Twitter or the Facebooks anymore.
All right. Well, I have a challenge to the Discord family tonight because we all love Gator. Everybody does. He's a fucking great dude. Find me his Twitch or his Twitter. I already have his Twitch. Find me his Twitter and also find me his DeviantArt because there's probably going to be a bunch of really embarrassing shit in that. I would almost guarantee you there will. So yes, find that to me, and I'll make sure it's in the description of the episode when this goes up on YouTube. So sweet, cool, awesome.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah. Well,
but love your stuff, TeknoAXE, especially your Electric Universe.
Oh yeah, thank you.
yeah. All right, sweet. Yeah. Talk to you later, Decidius. Bye, buddy. I love your fucking your industrial music.
Oh yes.
When I was growing up, I had my first job was a paper route. I was a paper boy, and I would ride around in my brother's like a piece of shit Geo Metro, and he would drive me around to deliver newspapers, and I think I was 7 or 8 or something. I was extremely young, but my dad was like, "A job is going to help you build structure." So my brother helped me out with it, and the first music beyond like little kid music that I cut my teeth on was the very first cut of Pretty Hate Machine by Nine Inch Nails. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Skinny Puppy's Rabies. So between like Trent Reznor and Skinny Puppy, like that's like my formative years of learning about music. And so every time you put out an industrial track, like I just get super fucking excited and shit. And there's some of my favorites that you do.
Oh yeah.
The one that is my absolute favorite, and there's a reason why it is played every single fucking time one of our shows ends, and it'll happen with this show too, is Space Aliens Like Heavy Metal 2.
That was awesome. That was like a lot of that stuff is like totally unplanned, and that was one of them where I just like went with it, and it just turned out pretty awesome. So yes, absolutely, I appreciate that for sure.
Is there ever like when you're making, because you make so many different genres of music? I'm just gonna interview you for a few minutes because I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, and Nick's gone before we end the show. Is there like, since you make so many different types of music and you obviously appreciate a lot of different types of music, do you feel like maybe it's is there like certain moods that you get into and it inspires you to make a certain type of track rather than a different?
Sometimes like when doing metal, like straight up metal, it's hard to like come up with anything that sounds different from the last metal track that you did, because honestly, like if you're doing like power chords off of a guitar and everything like that, you've got to really dig to kind of like make things like stand out. But
right.
I like to kind of like switch things up regularly though, because like honestly, with my YouTube channel, I've got like 4 or 5 different audiences, obviously, with doing like the different genres. And it does have a little bit to do with like mood, and that affects me a little bit on what I'm doing.
Okay.
I've been trying, like with everything else other than metal, I've been trying to go a more happier route, and then every once in a while I'll stumble on something that people like really like, which the electro swing people
Mm-hmm.
really grabbed onto that and everything. Industrial is one of those things where I tried it once and everybody was like, "That's freaking awesome!" So I was like,
Yeah.
"All right, do more of that and everything."
That's cool.
Lo-fi is like I did a couple lo-fi tracks a couple weeks ago, and I was like, they were like, that's pretty freaking cool. So I'm looking into more like lo-fi things, kind of like, have you ever heard of the chilled cow like station?
Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
have. Yeah.
So they're like big on they've got basically a 24-hour cast of nothing but lo-fi music that you can like just chill to if you need to.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
badass. That's really good. It's funny too that you mentioned the heavy metal thing in specific too, because one thing that I find so refreshing and like I love things that are very self-aware. It's like some of my favorite shit is when people are just like really based and have super self-awareness about things. Like sometimes I kind of get this feeling that it's a moment of self-awareness where you're like, I made this pretty good metal track. I'm just gonna call it basic metal. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's basic metal. Whatever. And they're great. They're good songs. But like, is that like kind of a reflection of like the struggle of dealing with the repetitiveness of metal?
It is. It also is the fact that sometimes I can't come up with names for the tracks. I'm like, I come up with the track. I'm like, what the hell do I call this thing now? You know, like I will sit there like for maybe like sometimes like 20 minutes going, this is like the dumbest name I've ever. We gotta change the name of this thing.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So like some of it is basically, yeah, it's basic metal. Like, it's an easy thing to basically throw on the track and kind of like and it spells out exactly what it is, so people won't like mistake it for anything else. Because I've done like metal. There's like a metal track where it was like, I think when it hits the fan, and I put like a motorcycle guy there, like doing like a like 90-degree turn and everything like that, and somebody was like, this is a misleading thumbnail because I thought there was going to be a motorcycle like careening through the racetrack. I was like, it's a music track.
It's a thumbnail for a metal song. What the fuck?
Exactly. Yeah.
I have a library of your fucking music on my computer too, and I have It Hits the Fan in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some good shit. Holy shit. I think probably the only other type of music genre that is more repetitive and harder to like carve out something that's actually like interesting than metal is probably trap. And I'm kind of glad that you don't do trap.
All that often I've done it. Well, I call it future based because like I tried a trap one once and they were like, this is more like future based. I was like, okay, we'll go with that because I can't do like the repetitive stuff with the crappy. I mean, I'm not trying to like dump on trap, but they've got like the crappy horn samples. They were like don 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 don, and you're just like, okay, like I can
Right. Yeah.
see how that can kind of get old after a while.
Yeah, it really can. I hear you. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna burn through the Streamlabs. Just got one more in. There's 2 to go through. Anime Moon says just got paid. Now I'm gonna get my dad bod laid. Pinkies up. Oh yeah. Random fact of the day. There is a tequila Gundam, and it's from Neo Mexico, which looks like a sombrero. A tequila Gundam from Neo Mexico, which looks like a sombrero. Hang on, I'm gonna fucking Google tequila Gundam. Like a robot? Tequila Gundam. It looks, wow, and it apparently looks like it has a sombrero. Okay, let's bring this up here. This is interesting. Apparently there is in fact a tequila themed Gundam. Okay. Yeah, that's a robot wearing a sombrero. Good call. What the fuck?
It's like a robot, a bullfighter there.
It is, and I don't know why he's got the spiky, like one spiky shoulder pad, the other one's like a wing or something. Like, what is he holding too? It looks like supposed to be. Oh, it's like an energy pitchfork. Okay.
There you go. Oh, like a trident almost.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah. Trident. That's right. Okay. Today's opponent is Neo Mexico's Tequila Gundam. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well done. Well done.
That's Voltron's next opponent there.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can tell we're really big on the giant robo.
Oh.
Do you have nostalgia goggles for like old school things like Transformers and Robotech and shit like that?
I did, and then I rewatched them on like Netflix, and then it's totally gone now. So
That fucking happened to me too. That happened. I had my nostalgia goggles on, and for me, what it was Thundercats.
right, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I remember I had all the Thundercats toys. I remember the show being incredible, so I put it on, and the intro plays, like the beginning intro for the show, and it's incredible. The animation of it is amazing for the intro.
Yeah.
You're like,
And then you
fuck,
get to the cartoon,
and
the
it's
actual show.
and it's so bad. It's such a piece of shit. It's some of the worst animated things I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god.
There's this one moment with the Transformers that ruined Optimus Prime for me. It was like this moment where the Decepticons were working on energon cubes underneath a mountain, and so two people, one of the humans and Bumblebee, went in to basically go scope things out.
Uh-huh.
And then like they were like, oh, they haven't come out yet, and so Optimus Prime was like, I'm going to send this little rover drone that I kept in the back of my trailer into this to scope things out and everything like that, because they didn't think about that before, right?
Right.
So anyway, some sort of bomb went off, and like the energon cubes started exploding, and you see off the distance the mountain basically exploded, and Optimus Prime goes, oh my god, my rover. I was like, you've got two other people. I was like, I hate you, Optimus Prime. This
I want to know what episode that is now. Holy shit. That's great. I mean,
yeah.
I know I totally could have sent my drone in instead of two valuable members of the Autobots. Oopsie. Might as well send it now. My drone. But Optimus, what about Bumblebee? Fuck that asshole, my drone.
And there's like the first season at the end of episode 5, like you see like this spaceship of like the Decepticons going down and crashing and everything like that, and Optimus Prime turns to the camera and is like, the Decepticons are no more. I was like, you didn't send anybody over to check things out, man. How do you I know the series is not yeah.
How do you know that? God. Do you think I don't think any little kid was dumb enough to actually think that was true either. Like, that's not a good sell.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But
apparently we bought the toys.
Oh no, oh dude, but the toys are badass. The toys are great.
Yeah.
The show was honestly objectively shit when you rewatch it. But
yes.
Movie was good. Movie was pretty good. Because I rewatched that one again, and that was actually a lot of fun. But
yeah.
There's one episode, it's my favorite episode of the original Transformers, where there's an entity called Frenzique.
Okay.
Remember this one?
I'm like trying to recall this. It's been a while. So
I don't remember what caused him, but Frenzique was like this weird living electricity. Maybe it was an alien. I can't really quite remember. But it was like this, it was animated so poorly, so fucking poorly, and it was just like this jagged line of yellow, and it would like bounce around. Oh, Kremzik, that's right. It bounced around and it would scream, Kremzik, Kremzik! And they're like, we have to go and get it, Optimus. Ah, after him, Kremzik, Kremzik! And he just, the whole episode, he's screaming his own name, like a fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then like
That's
bouncing.
Probably where they got it from.
That's where they got Pikachu.
Yeah.
And it's bouncing around and causing all this fucking havoc, and then it turns into a giant Kremzik, and it's like smashing everything. It's like Kremzik, and of course Bumblebee is like his little buddy friend and trying he mourns when Kremzik dies, and it's just the dumbest thing in the world, but it's perfect.
There you go.
Fucking,
I'll look that up, and we can like make fun of it.
Yeah. No, I love it. Standard procedure. Here's $5. Speaking of bucks, ask Sarge about Schrodinger's fapping later. Sergeant Buck, we're gonna have to have a conversation later, apparently, about Schrodinger's fapping. I imagine it's something like, my hand is in my pants, but I am both masturbating and not masturbating at the same time because you, on a quantum level, have not yet observed it.
That's so meta.
It is. All right, anyway, that's going to be it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this week on the MidWeek Saints. By all means, it's TeknoAXE, our buddy TeknoAXE, who gives us the music for all of our fucking shows and episodes. Thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
No, it's been a gas. Nick sends his heartfelt goodbyes, and other than that, we'll see you. We will see you on Sunday, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. This week, we're going to have Oscar Jungel on with us. He doesn't really make videos anymore, but I really wanted to talk to that crazy Swede, and we've literally been waiting for him to go on vacation so we could do just that. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, we'll see you again here probably on Thursday next week for the MidWeek Saints. Thank you so much, everybody. We love you. We love you. We cherish you. We dream of you. We think about fondling your balls in the middle of the night. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Later.